pumpkin pie coffee cake, Deb, and I found the recipe on Chew Out Loud. Have you ever heard of that?
I have not heard of that
There's
one.
some great recipes out there. I'm going to give her a shout out.
Yeah.
So this is her recipe, and we're going to try it tonight. Tomorrow at work, we're having a staff meeting where it's Boss's Day Sunday. You've got a streusel topping, you've got a pumpkin pie filling, and you've got a cake. So we're going to combine all those together into one awesome dish.
Sounds yummy.
Yes, it does. Let's get started.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and make the streusel topping, and I've got 1/3.
1/3 cup.
1/3 cup of butter, and this is cold butter, and I've just kind of chopped it up into little chunks there. And then to that, I'm going to add
1 cup of packed brown sugar.
Of packed brown sugar.
And you did, if you noticed, I saw this on something just the other day. When you talk about packed brown sugar, if it, you're going to mash it down in there, it should, when you pour it into your bowl, keep the form. If it kept the form, then it's packed as it should be. So,
awesome.
And hers did keep the form.
Okay, Deb, how much cinnamon?
Cinnamon is 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon.
2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon that I'm going to mix in there. I like it already.
I love cinnamon. I love the smell.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and just use my hands. You can use a pastry cutter, but I can use my hands just
hands
as
work,
good.
Yes, hands work. And it
Can
says,
you smell that?
I can. I can smell the cinnamon.
Smells great, y'all.
And it says that there should be bits and pieces of butternut chunks kind of present in there, so it's not going to be all smooth.
No, it won't be all smooth here.
Okay, 1 cup of chopped pecans.
Yes, you can use walnuts. I just didn't have any walnuts. I would love walnuts, actually. That would be good.
I'm more of a pecan fan, so
yeah,
I tend to
pecans too.
have pecans more than walnuts anyway.
There. Okay, so it's getting time for pecan everything too.
Yeah, I hope you have somebody you can buy a few bags of pecans from.
Yes, they're better when you buy them from the farms.
Yeah.
Then okay, so I think that's probably.
It looks good.
Show them that, Deb, while I wash my hands.
So we're going to set this in the refrigerator to keep it cold, because we're going to just sprinkle it on top of our cake whenever we finish up with the cake. So I'm going to set it in the fridge.
Okay.
And then we're also going to get ready to do our pumpkin pie filling next. Yeah.
Yep.
The pumpkin pie filling is next.
Filling, and then we're going to do the cake, and then we're going to step by step for y'all so you can see, and then we'll show you the finished product.
So we'll be back.
Okay, guys, we're ready for our pumpkin filling. We've got 1 15-ounce can of pure pumpkin from the grocery store. We're going to add to that 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. I'm going to mix that in really good. Now I have gone ahead and mixed all my spices together. So we've got 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon ground ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and it's all going into the pumpkin filling. Mixing well. Now we're adding 2 large eggs and mixing that in. And then finally, we're going to finish up the filling by adding 1/2 cup of evaporated milk. And y'all, it's smelling good right here. Smells like fall, y'all. But that finishes up our pumpkin filling. Next, we're going to move on to our cake. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and mix up the cake, and we're going to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and to that we're going to do a teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and I'm going to set that aside. Meanwhile, I'm going to cream my butter and sugar. That's 1/2 cup of butter and 2/3 cup of sugar. So I'll cream that really good here, and then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla to that. There go my eggs. We've got 3 large eggs that we're putting in. We'll try to get those at room temperature if you can. Here comes the vanilla. All right, we forgot to put in the Greek yogurt right here, but I'm going to add it here in a minute. You should put it in when you're adding the wet ingredients. So here goes our flour mixture. We're going to add it in a cup at a time, and try to keep your mixer on low so it doesn't fly out all over you. I hate it when that happens. So we're going to add in all of our flour. And then you're going to see we had to go back right here and add in our Greek yogurt. That's 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt. And y'all, this really makes this cake moist. You're going to love it, even if you don't like Greek yogurt. So that's really all there is to the cake. Okay, you guys, we've got the pumpkin pie filling made. We've got the cake batter made. And we've got our streusel topping that we've had chilling in the fridge. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take about half of the cake mix. And I have prepared a 9x13 pan. I've sprayed it with a little bit of Pam spray, cooking spray. And I'm just going to take half of my cake batter, put it in my pan. And then I'm just going to spread it out real good as best as I can. Just like a thin layer. This is going to be your base.
We've got the oven heating to 325.
Right, so 325 is what we're going to bake this at for about 50 minutes, I think.
Boy, I'm smelling this pumpkin pie filling.
Smells good, doesn't it, Deb?
Yummy.
Okay, so there's a layer of cake batter. And now I'm going to grab another spatula. I have one over here. And I'm going to add all of our pumpkin pie filling at one time. Yummo. And it does smell good. You know, all those spices.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. I'm just going to spread that thin layer over it. And there we go.
Yummy.
Okay, guess what's next? The rest of the cake batter.
And it said it could be, if it's a thin layer, it's fine. If it gets mixed in with the pumpkin pie, it's okay. Because remember, this is a coffee cake.
Right.
And it's going to have another topping on it.
And it's going to all mix together, and we're going to eat it in our belly, and it's going to be wonderful. I'm going to drink coffee with it, not Deb.
No. I don't guess I'll get to have any of this, will I?
I might save you a piece.
Sad.
Yeah, because we're taking it to the office tomorrow. But I might save you a piece, Deb.
Please do. If they don't eat it all,
I'll
save
try
a piece.
Yeah, I can see that it is going to be. You know what? I think I'm just going to kind of strudel it around. What do you think?
Strudel it around.
Strudel. Strudel.
It's the directions say that it's fine to do that.
Look at that. How pretty is that? Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Now, time for our topping.
Streusel topping.
Yep. Just gonna sprinkle the strudel topping on top. I know it's gonna be good, y'all.
Golly.
I wish you could smell it. We need that smell-o-vision.
Wouldn't that be the deal? They've invented all kinds of
I
stuff.
know.
Why they haven't come up with that yet?
Maybe when they figure out how to transport us over a beam like they did on Star Trek.
Yeah, beam me up, Scotty.
Maybe they can do smell-o-vision next. You know, I heard that they're working on that technology. Really? Yeah, the transporting technology.
So they could transport us to Italy or something.
Oh, wow. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay.
That looks really good.
Okay, y'all. So it's going to go in the oven, like Deb said, at 325 for about 50 minutes. And we will be back and show you the final product. It's going to be good, y'all.